you want to feel free, and you want to feel stress-free. You want to feel free.
Right.
So in this environment where we've come back, you're in a good place. So let's just start there. Let's create the vibrational environment for that.
Okay.
Can you feel that this is the work? In other words, never mind what's stressing you. All that'll do is make you grind your teeth more. Never mind what's wrong. Never mind what's making you feel bound or not free. Never mind that. Because if you focus upon that, that's the momentum that you're practicing. So in a more neutral place, reach for the best feeling thoughts that you can find about that subject. So let's talk about things that make you feel ease.
Okay. Ease. Doing what I like, feeling happy, feeling connected to other people.
Well, we think you're getting carried away with all of that. It's like I'm going from a trajectory here to all of a sudden I want to go to a trajectory over there, and we think it's too big of a jump that you're trying to take. You see what we're getting at? So, and remember, if the trajectory is leading to what you don't want, and we're going to make our way back through this comfortable zone of alignment, then let's just kind of settle in there. Don't get too carried away with it. In other words, we're not trying to fix everything in your life experience. We're just trying to find an environment of soothing. It's like you just woke up. What thoughts feel like ease to you? You could say things like, there isn't anything that I have to do this minute.
Definitely. Acceptance, patience, being okay with where I'm at, where that moment is.
All really good words, but what are you going to say? What are you going to focus on that actually activates those feelings within you? In other words, that's the work, to create an environment within you that feels like ease. Not lip service,
right. Not
just saying words that sound easier or freer, but conjuring words maybe, or images maybe, that actually cause you to feel ease, that actually cause the feeling of stress to leave. Can you think of anything? Good feeling space. Nice feeling space, isn't it? Temperature's comfortable in here. Carved out this place that we can all be together and have these in-depth conversations. No one's clamoring at the door or arguing with us for the space. Seems like a sort of silly way to go about it, but it is something to focus upon that doesn't have any resistance in it. If you're actually in your bed, you could focus upon how good the bed feels. But the important thing is to just find some neutral thought.
Right.
And the tendency is, almost everyone does it, you want to take a thought that's got some stress in it and turn it into a stress-free thought out there in the full extension of it, rather than back in the center of it when it's really slow and easy. Mm-hmm.
So like, for example, when I wake up in the morning, what I'll do is I'll lie in bed, and I usually get up early, but I'll lie in bed and I'll listen, for example, and I'll just start with my thoughts, and my wife's next to me sleeping, and I'll listen to her breath, and I'll just start doing a sort of a rampage of appreciation, like thankful for the warm bed.
Well, we think that's really a good thing. But you see, a rampage of appreciation is energy all extended and moving really fast. That's a really strong momentum. Okay. And what we are wanting to say to all of you is, when you've got a momentum going in the direction that you don't want, and clearly you do, or you wouldn't be grinding your teeth.
Right.
So when you've got a momentum going in the direction that you don't want, you don't have to jump all the way into rampages of appreciation. That's not what we're getting at here. We're talking about soothing you. It's simpler than you know. It's almost like rock-a-bye baby simple. It's almost like just finding some thought that really contains very little thought and focusing on that.
Okay.
It's like watching the flickering of a flame, or just finding something to focus on and just wondering softly about it. Can you look at a light fixture without getting too far into thought about it? I'm glad I don't have to create that. I'm glad I don't have to clean that. In other words, I hope it doesn't fall on me. There are lots of thoughts that you could have about anything. So what can you find that puts you into that place of ease and well-being?
Okay.
The sun is coming up this morning. Isn't that a nice thing?
Mm-hmm.
More things are well in this universe than art. Now, that might take you immediately into a trajectory. You have to find your way.
Right.
You have to feel your way into something that feels easy. Isn't it nice that my body knows how to breathe without me tending to that? In other words, just find some really easy thought. Some really simple, easy thought.
Okay.
So give us something. We know this feels slow going, but there isn't anything that we want you to leave this gathering more determined to do for yourself than I am going to create a vibrational environment that lets good things in for me. Because your vortex is full. That's your work. That's your grid work. I'm going to find a way. And your eagerness to find something fascinating or interesting or productive or awesome or amazing is leading you down an unproductive path at first.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, that's why teachers teach meditation. I do not have a problem. Grinding my teeth is really not a problem. It's just a soft indicator that I may be more tense than I think I am when I sleep. It might be because I talk about world events before I go to sleep. It might be because I make my things to do today list of what I have to do tomorrow. It might be that I'm too much into tomorrow and not enough into just allowing this respite. It might be that I'm not making the simple distinction that this is the resting zone during which all momentum ceases. This isn't the time that I'm getting revved up for tomorrow in order to produce everything that tomorrow will produce. This is my time of chilling. This is my time of realigning with the energy of my source. This is the time when source takes over my apparatus. This is the time when source is communicating with my cells. This is the time when source is resonating with the cells of my body. This is the time of complete relaxation for me. This is the time of complete renewal for me. This is the time when my body renews itself. This is the time when my vibration restores itself. This is the time that I push the reset button. This is the time when I let all that has been just sort of subside. This is a time where I begin anew in a vibration that will really serve me. This is a time when I allow the momentum of my vortex to begin moving into my life experience. This is a turning point for me, but not a turning point that requires action. In fact, it's the opposite. It requires deactivation. It requires relaxing. It requires softening my vibration. It requires letting myself be. It requires trusting that all is well. It requires letting the source within me revel in that which is me. Anything like that you can say that don't you all kind of want to take a nap now? I just want to be. I don't want to explain anything to anybody. I don't want to explain where I've been. I don't want to explain where I'm going. Don't want to explain how fast I'm going to get there. I just want to be. It's just me and the source within me reveling in my physicalness right here and now. It's me. Just starting over right now. Just me. Starting over right now. And tomorrow, it's just going to be an easy day of unfolding. The momentum will just increase. But everything that comes to me, everything that's in my vortex and all that I have planned is now going to address me and meet me and rendezvous with me differently now that I have achieved this softened, trusting, worthy feeling state of beingness. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Okay. Another question. So as I mentioned...
so then, tomorrow night, you grind your teeth again.
Right.
So then what do you say?
I say the same thing and just keep...
No big deal.
No big
Probably
deal.
going to take a while. Got some momentum going.
Uh-huh.
Not going to overcome all that momentum all at once. Pushing the reset button. Getting in sync with the source within me. And today I saw all kinds of evidences of my relaxed state.
Yeah.
And there will be more and more and more of it. Yeah.
Agree. Okay.
Yeah.
So, in terms of words by themselves, for example, I hear, for example, I'm dying of hunger, or can you shoot me that email, or one of the buzzwords is.
Here's the thing. Don't worry about words because
Okay.
Don't worry about it in that way at all. But here's the thing that we really want you to hear. The universe does not hear what you say and take it literally in any way.
Right.
The universe hears what you mean,
right,
and offers more literally. In other words,
the intention.
If you're frustrated and you say everything's okay, the universe brings you more frustrating experiences. If you say, I'm good, when you're really out there on the raw and ragged edge, the universe brings you more things that make you feel more out there on the raw and ragged edge. You can't dictate with your words. You dictate with your vibration. Mm-hmm. But you can use your words. That's what we were doing here a bit. You can use your words to guide your intentionality. But it's the feeling that you're reaching for, mm-hmm. you see. It's the feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think... Okay, so the words, it's okay, regardless of... So, because I hear, like, my daughter, I'm saying she's 3, so she's reproducing these words that she hears. Well, she doesn't actually say this, but if there's TV on and you hear, like, a buzzword, like, he's killing it, or, like I said, can you shoot me an email, or I'm dying to see you, or I'm dying of hunger. And so are these...
Don't you think that the predominant disconnect between parents and their children are that children are often knowing the meaning of it, which is harmless, and parents are wanting to take the literal word and make a problem out of it. And the kids don't understand why you're wanting to make a problem out of something that they felt entirely different. And so you heard the word and you felt one thing, they heard the word and they felt an entirely different thing, because they were conveying vibrationally, not verbally.
Exactly. Okay.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
We wouldn't. Don't try too hard to guide your children too much, because they'll resent it and they'll just do what they want to do as soon as they get away from you anyway.
Well, it's for me too, in terms of how I speak. If I should be using those words, not be using those words, change those words. Even though the intention might be the same,
Esther's been giving some thought to the way she wants to present herself, or the way she wants Abraham-Hicks Publications to present itself. Because she knows that people are watching all around, and she does not want any misunderstanding. But we want her to understand that you cannot control the perception of others. And you cannot stand on your head in enough different ways to make all of them perceive you in a way that is favorable. Mm-hmm. And that is the thing that is most pressing with most parents relative to their children. You want to prepare them to go out in the world and have the best opportunity to have the best life that they can have. That's really the motive that is behind all of these questions. You want to prepare your children to, in other words, you don't want them to say things that would get them in trouble or to behave in ways that would be misunderstood. But really, what you want to say to them is, you have guidance within you. And when you feel love in your heart, things cannot go wrong for you. And then just demonstrate it until you're not grinding your own teeth. Mm-hmm. In other words, just practice feeling good until you're sure that that's what's emanating from you the majority of time. That's what you're wanting to demonstrate for your children. You're wanting to demonstrate your alignment. That's all you have to demonstrate for them. Because they're going to move through life. They're going to be affected by a lot of different people. They're going to develop different preferences. And they're going to be out in the world, and they are achieving their own point of attraction. And all that anyone can hope to accomplish in terms of mentoring someone else is to help them to understand that they can have control over their own point of attraction. And at the heart of a point of attraction that will thrill them in all ways is love. It is something that feels really, really good to them when they find it, you see. Mm-hmm. No one can get angry and push hard against the other side, against the opposition. Even identifying that there is an opposition puts them in the place that they can't win what they're wanting to win. There's no exclusion. There's only attraction. And you create it vibrationally through the thoughts you think. By thinking and feeling and thinking and feeling and thinking and feeling.